Okay, coming up on number 8. Just like before, number 7, I've copied down my equation. Now, we've got to graph this thing and see what we can get from the answers. Let's go ahead and go to the calculator and go with 6, go to y equals 6x squared minus 5x minus 1. Remember that equals 0 was necessary. That equals 0 was necessary for us to be able to start this whole process, but we don't actually type it into the calculator. Now, I'm going to be doing 2 different things here. One is actually using the calculator to solve, and the other thing, I need to transfer my work onto the graph. So the easiest way of doing that is going to get a look for where it's crossing. Okay, I see that. Let's go ahead and go to the table and pull off some of our x and y values to be able to make sure we graph it correctly. So I know I've got the point negative 110. So I'm going to negative 110, 0, negative 1, 1, 0, 2, 13, and then 2, 13 is going to be up there. So my graph is going to come down here somewhere and come back up. That's a bad representation, but it does something to that effect. Now, if you remember from our lessons, the answers to our quadratic equation were always found at the x-intercepts. So this one tells me that it's going to happen at x equals positive 1 because it crosses at x equals 1. The hard part is going to be finding this guy. That's where we have to go to our calculate command. So from the graph, go to second calc, which was the trace button, and we want option 0, or option 2, which says 0. Now we're going to, first off, it asks us for our left bound. So press left until you're on the left side of the 0. Press enter to submit it. Now we want the right bound. So press right until you cross it. You can see the cursor flashing. I still haven't quite crossed it yet. I have to keep on pressing right a few times. Press enter again. And then the guess, put it just about on there. I press enter, and it gives me negative 1.66670. So that gives me x equals negative 1.666 repeating. Now, to make sure this matches up with the ones I got before, I'm just going to type in 1 divided by 6 tells me, yep, 1.667, so I still have the exact same answer. The important thing to remember whenever we're doing the calculate command is left bound is on the left side, right bound is on the right side, and then guessed is right on as close to as you can. Now, we're going to go ahead and do number 9 at the same time. Should your answers for 6 through 8 be the same?
Yes.
Why? Because we're doing the exact same problem, so shouldn't we get the exact same answers? Mm-hmm. Okay? Yes, because they are solving the same problem by different methods. Thus, the answers will be the same. Sorry, I got carried away there. It says a complete sentence. I did 2 complete sentences. And I also threw a nice word out there, thus. So, just thought it made me sound smarter. Oh, by the way, on your test, if I ask you for a complete sentence, please, I know we hate doing rough drafts, but if you need to kind of compose your sentence on the side somewhere, go back and make sure your sentence makes sense. One of the most common things I see on math tests whenever I ask you to explain things in complete sentences is that the stuff you write, many times if you were to say it out loud, you would think it was completely horrible English. You wouldn't be caught saying a sentence like that to your friends. So please make sure the thing that you're writing makes sense before you turn that thing in.